Thank you. Okay, so
last but not the least, yeah, team keeping in touch.
okay, so
Yeah, are you okay?
Yeah, sorry. Let me just share my screen. Do you see the screen okay?
yeah, time has started.
Morning. Last but not least, as you just said, a warm welcome and a good morning from the UK. We are Team Diversity Duo. My name's Dr. Kate Pike and my team partner is Sue Terpolowski. And we're here to tell you about our idea, Maritime Connections. We are aiming to solve the following issues. It's accepted in the maritime industry is fragmented and siloed, often operating in its own sectors without much connection between the two. There's also an awareness raising problem. There's a cloak of invisibility around the industry that needs to be addressed and public awareness raised. And of course, as we know, we need to promote and support diversity, equity, inclusion far more. And in doing that, supporting the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 5 on gender equality. So we need to make sure that the industry is more connected and joined up and sharing ideas. So our idea of Maritime Connections will be there to address these issues and promote visibility for the sector in promoting recruitment and retention.
A very quick story to illustrate why this is necessary. I went to Singapore for the first time, knew nobody in the industry whatsoever, and I was going to be in a hotel room for 4 nights totally on my own. So I put a post on LinkedIn that just said, I'm going to Singapore, anybody know anybody around, anybody that I can connect with? And 9 people came back to me and we ended up all meeting in a restaurant, coordinating together. And what I found was really interesting, not only did I meet 9 fascinating people, but 7 of those people around the table who'd worked in maritime their whole life in Singapore hadn't met each other either. We're now all lifelong friends, but it just shows you how disconnected the industry is. So what is this all about? It's not actually creating something new. It's actually taking everything that's good in our industry and putting it together in one platform that is open and accessible, creating a Web 2.0 single community platform with a TripAdvisor reviewing system, which has an events calendar, online forums, information and informal networking. The idea is that people will be connected in the maritime industry because they'll be able to search by a local area, really down to almost like a street or a country, whatever they want to do. So if they're traveling, they can go on there. If they're working in the industry or they're new to the industry, they can go on and use the platform. Also, the idea is the platform, because it's Web 2.0, is a community platform, so people can start saying, I'm going to this event, are you going there? It'd be good to meet up so that I've got somebody in the room I know, because as we know at networking, we're all rather very shy. So the idea is that hopefully through the platform, we'll create thought leaders, peers, and people that want to actually broaden their career options within the industry. Also making this fairly unique is we want to bring in commercial shipping, fishing, offshore, leisure and super yachts. So people can find out about other parts of the sector and maybe have other career opportunities so we don't lose them out of the sector, but they move to one of the other areas. So Maritime Connections is about making people visible, connected and open. Who do we expect to use it? There's a broad range of people there, as you can see, but I'm not going to dwell on that because I know we've got a time shortage.
Over the course of the last few days, it was a really interesting process. We've learned a huge amount and we've been able to refine and hone our ideas on the basis of this. We've expanded our thoughts, especially around the implementation plans and the personas that Sue's just mentioned, and of course the creative thinking. The self-critiquing of our idea and other teams doing the same was especially beneficial to us. And of course, we've met some fantastic and like-minded people. So why are we the right team to deliver this idea? Sue and I have both been in the maritime industry for many, many years, championing diversity and equity and inclusion. Our various works have been award-winning and have also been presented at the IMO. We've recently completed a high-profile project together with another colleague for EXA and ETF on participation of women in European shipping. So the idea that we live and breathe this subject is very important, and we firmly believe that we can deliver maritime connections and it will benefit the industry, and we can help drive this idea through to a successful delivery. It's also been endorsed by other sectors of the industry, and you can see from the quote up here from Mike Powell, a business strategist.
So how do we see
Thank
it
you,
all
guys.
happen?
Thanks,
Are
John.
you getting close to the end?
Yeah, this is it. This is the last slide. So how we're going to do it, we're going to do a feasibility study and get feedback. We're going to do focus groups. We're going to build a prototype and test it. The idea is to launch it first in the UK, learn, make our changes, then roll it out across Europe and Scandinavia, and then go to the world. We're also going to be looking for sponsorship for this, and we think event organisers of conferences and events, we've already spoken to a couple, will be up for sponsoring it. Once the community grows, I think it also has advertising opportunities. And we also believe that it can actually migrate over to the metaverse as we all move to this new virtual world, and there'll be lots of virtual work happening within the programme. So that's what it's about. We believe it's an industry need and given project that we should be doing.
Thank you, guys. Big questions from the judges?
I have a question in terms of feeding of information. Would it be companies updating their events, or would it be the ones coordinating the events? Would it be employees kind of promoting it and creating that network? Who would be the main target peer group?
Anybody can put an event into the programme. That's the whole beauty of it. Also, we'll be scraping, so that we will be continuously updating it ourselves through an AI platform that we'll scrape through. So we'll pull in data from other events so that it gets to the point there's a critical mass, and it's almost like you've got to be there because otherwise you're not there. So the idea is it's an open platform with the TripAdvisor vetting system, that if people would say, you know, this is a manual conference, they only ever have all male panels, that will go on there, so people can then start to identify, is this the sort of event I want to give my time to, and I want to also possibly give my sponsorship to, because it's not seen in the industry as a good event. So the idea is that it's self-populating, and we vet the people that are in there first off. Once it's in there, if we see that somebody's getting negative results all the time, we'll contact them and we'll say, look, do you realise you're getting these comments? Perhaps there's something we can do to help you. Perhaps we can give you some advice and guidance. Maybe we can introduce you to some speakers and things like that.
Thanks, Sue. One last one from Sean.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Just a quick comment. Is this not something that could be done on something like a Facebook group page?
No, because
What differentiates it?
Because we've got the calendar, and if you go to the events page on Facebook, it's really hard to find anything. But also what we wanted it to be is much more open, because what happens if you're not on Facebook or you don't like Facebook? The idea of this is it's an open app that you can just have on your phone and also on a website. We're also hoping things like the Mission to Seafarers will have it in their rooms, because we're really keen that, you know, if you're on a ship and you end up in New York and you've got 5 days leave and there's a networking event going on, why can't you go there? You wouldn't find that on Facebook.
Okay, thanks.
Well, thank you.